So we have week 6 predictions. We do have the Vikings and the Texans on a bye week this week. So at least you guys don't have to worry about anything. But we got 15 games this week, and hopefully this one's going to be a good week, because last week for my predictions I went a even 7-7. So yeah, not the best week for me. I hope I can get a bounce back week. But also I do want to say before we get into this, I'm sorry about the mic quality right now. I am away from the house and I did not bring my small little mic that I plug into my phone. So in the next clip, you'll hear the change in mic quality and everything, and I'll also be back at the house. But anyway, let's get right into this. First, we are going to have the Thursday night game with the Eagles and the Giants. And honestly, I feel like this is going to be a very good game. Um, Eagles and Giants, they both lost last week. Eagles losing to the Broncos and the Giants losing to the Saints. The Eagles, however, had a better looking game than the Giants. And I do feel like the Eagles will win this game because obviously they have a better team, and yeah, it just seems like the Eagles always win against the Giants. So I'm going with Eagles here. Broncos and Jets. This one this one I hope is not a trap game for the Broncos, man. The Broncos, they just won against the Eagles, like I just mentioned in the last clip. And the Jets, they lost their fifth game of the season. They're still the only team with a I almost said undefeated, but a 0-5 record. They just they just cannot get anything going right now. And for the Broncos, they look pretty good. I liked how they played last week. I'm going with the Broncos here for the win because that Broncos team's just looking really nice right now. And I just feel like the Jets, they're just not going to get anything done. Seahawks and Jaguars. Oh boy. Jaguars coming off the win against the Chiefs. Holy shit. That was a good game. I give my props to you guys for that one. And for the Seahawks, I actually have to look back because I cannot remember at this exact moment what happened. Um, we had the Seahawks. Where are you, you motherfuckers? Oh yeah, you lost to the Buccaneers by only 3 points. Um, honestly, this game is probably going to be a very close one. However, I do feel like the Jaguars will get the win here. They they just won against the Chiefs, man, and honestly, I just feel like they're going to keep on going with that momentum. So yeah, Jaguars, they're getting the win here. Chargers and Dolphins. Ooh boy. Chargers. I like how you boys have been playing. I like how you boys have been playing. Let's see. I gotta remember here. I know you guys. Where are you? I have to look back at my book again. You got. Oh, damn. You guys lost 27-10 against the Commanders. How the fuck did I forget about that? I don't know how I forgot about that one there. I'm sorry. But the Dolphins, they lost in a pretty decent game against the Panthers. And honestly, I feel like the Chargers will win here. I feel like they just had a bad game and they will probably have a bounce back win. For the Dolphins, however, I do not feel like they're going to really be doing anything at all. Rams and Ravens was next. And honestly, I just already know who's going to win this game just from what happened last week. The Ravens, they lost 44 to 10 against the Strouds, aka the Texans. And the Rams, I have to look again because I forgot. Oh yeah, they lost in overtime to the 49ers 26 to 23. And I mean, that one was still a really really good game for the Rams, but for the Ravens, they are not looking good. I do know they just traded a guy too. Uh I'll have the video of it somewhere up here. But I do feel like the Rams will win this game. They are still looking like a very very good team right now. And for the Ravens, I'm sorry. That's all I have to say. Cardinals and Colts was next, and honestly, Indiana Jones is back. They got a pretty decent win last week against the Raiders, 40-6. While the Cardinals, they lost by only 1 point against the Titans, 22-21. I feel like the Colts are gonna win this game. Uh, I do feel like Indiana Jones and that Colts offense has been looking very good, like just absolutely phenomenal the last 5 weeks. And I just see them playing another game just really, really good. And for the Cardinals, I do I do hope they kind of keep this one close, but I am going with the Colts here. Cowboys versus Panthers. Honestly, this one gonna be a weird game. Panthers, they won against the Dolphins 27 to 22, and the Cowboys, I believe they won, yeah, 37 to 22 against the Jets. And yeah, I am going with the Cowboys here. They just have been looking like a better team these last few weeks compared to the Panthers. I know the Panthers have gotten 2 wins, but I mean, they have been against pretty bad teams this year. One was the Dolphins, and the other one, like I mentioned, oh yeah, well last week was the Dolphins, and then I believe it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago they played the Falcons and they won 30-0. But I still believe the Falcons only had a bad game then. But I do feel like the Cowboys are gonna win this game because, like I said, they just have a better team right now. Patriots and Saints. Saints, they got a win against the Giants, while the New England Patriots got the win on Sunday Night Football against the Bills. And honestly, you already know who I'm going with. I'm going with the New England Patriots for the win here. I just feel like we actually have a really really decent team right now. And for the Saints, they got their first win of the season, which was pretty nice. Spencer Rattler finally got them something. And honestly, I just like how this game is looking out to be. At least it's not another Sunday night football game or anything, so I should be able to watch this one too. But I am gonna have the Patriots winning this one. Browns and Steelers. Oh boy. This one probably gonna be a fun game as well. The Steelers are actually coming off a bye week, and the Browns, they did not look good last week. They lost to the Vikings 21-17 in London. I do believe their defense will still hold up pretty well, but for the Steelers, I do feel like they will win this game just because they did have the extra week to rest, and also they're probably gonna be um they're probably not gonna have as much to worry about. The Browns, I know they're going to be probably starting Dylan Gabriel at this point because Joe Flacco got traded to the Bengals. And we found out that Flacco is actually going to be playing in Sunday's game for the Bengals, which is pretty funny. But for right now, I do have the Steelers winning this. I just feel like they have a better team, and they did also have that extra week to rest. So they're probably going to have a pretty good game. Titans and Raiders. Oh boy, the Titans, they just got their first win of the season, and the Raiders, they lost in pretty bad fashion. Um, I kind of feel like the Raiders could win this game, but if the Titans win this game, I really wouldn't be too surprised. Both of these teams have not looked really all that great at all this season. The Raiders, the only win that they had was actually against my favorite team, the Patriots, and the Titans, they only just got their first win last week. So, not too sure how this game is really going to go. I do feel like this one's going to be a close one, but I do feel like the Raiders will win. 49ers and Buccaneers. Oh boy, 49ers getting the overtime win last week by 3 points, and the Buccaneers got a win by 3 points as well against the against the Seahawks. And funny enough, those games both ended with a 3 point difference, but only one of them was a overtime game. Do I feel like this game will go into overtime this week? Definitely not. Um, I do feel like the Buccaneers will win this game. I am not too sure if Brock Purdy is going to be starting or if it's going to be Mac Jones. Most likely might be Mac Jones, but I do have the Buccaneers winning here just because they still have a pretty good team and somehow they still find ways to win, and that's something you really need to do in the NFL. Bengals and Packers. Oh boy. This one's going to be a fun one as well. Packers, they're coming off of a bye week. And for the Bengals, they did not have a good week last week. Um, Jake Browning has officially been benched for newly acquired Joe Flacco, who is going to be playing the Packers. If the Packers lose to Joe Flacco again, they're going to get clowned. I have the Packers winning here. I really do hope they do not lose this game. Bengals fans, I'm just sorry. Here's a game that's probably going to be part of the game of the year list. Lions versus Chiefs. Oh boy. Chiefs, they lost by like 3 points to the Jaguars, and the Lions, they're looking like how the Lions have had been the last few weeks. And honestly, I feel like the Lions will win this game. They just have a better team right now. And I know that Rashi Rice should be back next week. So the Chiefs should hopefully get back to how they looked last year. But for right now, I still feel like the Chiefs will probably keep this game close, but they probably will not win this one. And for some fucking reason, we have two Monday night games again. We have the Bills versus Falcons first. And honestly, I'm just going to go and say it. The Bills are going to get a win here. The Bills, after they lost to the Patriots last week, they are looking for blood. And for the Falcons, they had a bye week, so they're going to be pretty healthy. And honestly, I do just feel like the Bills are going to win here just because they have a better team. Um, they also just only lost their first game of the season, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, Bills, you getting the win here. And last but not least, we have the second Monday night game, the Bears and the Commanders. The Bears coming off of a bye week. So the last four games, the last three games have teams that were in a bye week. I did forget to mention one. Uh, the Steelers. Oh no, I did mention the Steelers on a bye week. But anyway, Bears, like I said, they had a bye week, so there's nothing really much to talk about there. They had a lot of rest. And for the Commanders, they had a pretty nice win against the Chargers, 27 to 10. I feel like the Commanders will probably have a win here because that Bears team just does not look good right now, and the Commanders, they got Jaden Daniels back. I think last week. That's that was pretty good win for them too, and now they're gonna be going back to their house, I believe. Yeah, they're going back to their house to play the Bears. And I feel like they will probably just get this win because obviously home field advantage is always good. And the Bears, they just have not looked all that great this season. For my little recap, I have the Eagles over the Giants, the Broncos over the Jets, the Jaguars over the Seahawks, Chargers over the Dolphins, Rams over the Ravens, Colts over the Cardinals, Cowboys over the Panthers, Patriots over the Saints, Steelers over the Browns, Raiders over the Titans, Buccaneers over the 49ers, Packers over the Bengals, Lions over the Chiefs, Bills over the Falcons, and the Commanders over the Bears. I hope you guys like, subscribe, comment, do really whatever you want to do, and I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one. See you around.